Welcome to our chemistry channel. In today's class, we want to still look at another example on law of constant composition using this example. Two samples of copper 2 oxide were prepared. Analysis of sample 1 shows that 2.25 gram of copper 2 oxide contains 2.01 gram of copper. Analysis of sample 2 shows that 2.15 gram of copper 2 oxide contains 1.92 gram of copper. Show that these results illustrate the law of constant composition. Now, before you can solve the law of constant composition, I said you need to first make a table. So our table will look thus. Here you have your samples. This will be your samples. Then sample 1, sample 2. Then in this place you have copper 2 oxide, CuO. Then you have copper and oxygen. Now in the first sample, analysis of sample 1 shows that 2.25 gram of copper 2 oxide contains 2.01 gram of copper. So you have 2.25 gram copper 2 oxide contains 2.01 gram of copper. Then to get the mass of oxygen, it will be this 2.25 minus this. So you have 2.25 minus 2.01. That will give me 0.24 gram of oxygen. In sample 2, analysis of sample 2 shows that 2.15 gram of copper 2 oxide contains 1.92 gram of copper. Then to get our mass of oxygen, it will be this 2.15 minus 1.92. And that will give me 0.23. Now, as you have made this your table now, then find the percentage of copper and oxygen in the two samples and compare if they are the same. Now, let's look at percentage. Now, you have percentage of copper. Let me go to sample 1 first. Sample 1. Percentage of copper. You have this is the mass of copper in sample 1, 2.01 over 2.25 times 100 over 1 as a percentage. You have 2.01 times 100 divided by 2.25. So you have 89.3%. Percentage of oxygen still in sample 1 is this one, 0.24 over 2.25. 0.24 over the total mass times 100 over 1 as a percentage. And that will give me 0.24 times 100 divided by 2.25. Then you have 10.7%. Then I'll go to sample 2. Sample 2 now, percentage of copper. In sample 2, this is the mass of copper, 1.92 over 2.15 times 100 over 1 as a percentage. So you have 1.92 times 100 divided by 2.15. That will give me 0.3. Then percentage of oxygen, this is the mass of oxygen, 0.23 over total mass, 2.15 times 100 over 1 as a percentage. 0.23 times 100 now divided by 2.15, and that will give me 10.7. Now if I compare the percentage of the elements now in the two samples, they are the same. Percentage of copper in sample 1 is the same with percentage of copper in sample 2. Percentage of oxygen in sample 1 is the same with percentage of oxygen in sample 2. Since the percentages of the copper and oxygen in sample 1 is equal to the percentages of copper and oxygen in sample 2, therefore the law of constant composition has been verified. So this is how to verify the law of constant composition. See you.